Hello students, I'm here with another video from the chapter of class 7 Science NCERT book, that is chapter number 18, Wastewater Story. Before starting today's video, I would like to tell you all that till now what all things we have discussed in this chapter. So I have discussed about the topics which are to be studied in this chapter, in which I have given you some introduction regarding the wastewater, where we saw that wastewater is generated from everywhere. I mean, from the domestic places where we are living. Either it could be the home, it could be your office, it could be the factories, the anywhere where the wherever the water is being used, it becomes dirty, and this dirty water is said to be as a wastewater. Now, what is its fate? Where is it going? What is happening once it is moving in the drains? After once it is coming out from our homes, where does it go? And what happens to this wastewater? We were talking about all these things. Then after that, I have given you one activity, that it was activity number 18.1, where I have given you that what is the use of clean water. So one use was given, that is drinking water. One I have given as cooking. The other two were to be filled by you. It could be bathing. It could be using. It is used for the plants. Okay, even for drinking and cooking the food, for washing clothes, for bathing. Okay, it could be numerous of uses are there which is taking place with the help of the water. And we are always dependent upon the waste. We are always dependent upon the clean water in the ground as a groundwater, as well as we could be easily and even after using this water, it becomes dirty. So it is also given that whenever the pure water is being used, it is being utilized, after using it, it becomes dirty. Okay, so this is what is about the story of the dirty water, or the wastewater, which we call. Okay, after washing our hands, after washing our clothes, after washing utensils, okay, we are using the clean water to wash, to do all these things, but after using it, it becomes waste. Now, what is the fate of this water? Because water is very precious for our lives. This we have discussed, because there is one chapter before only I have discussed about all these things in the previous chapter, and even you also know about now it in detail. Okay, after that we studied about what is the meaning of the word sewage. Okay, so we were studying about the sewage. Now, what do you mean by the sewage? Sewage means it is a pipeline. It is the wastewater which is being released from our homes. Okay, what is a sewage? Sewage is a wastewater which is being generated. Okay, this is the wastewater which is being generated from our homes. It could be from our homes, it could be from the factories, it could be from offices, from schools, anywhere wherever we are using the water, it becomes dirty after using it. Okay, so all these becomes sewage. Okay, so this is very easy to understand now, that what do you mean by sewage? Sewage means it is the wastewater which comes out from our domestic places. Then even the rainwater also is said to be as the it is said to be as the wastewater. Okay, why? Because the rainwater which is running off, which is moving from on the roads, which is moving on the plain places, and it is just going in the drains, it all this water also, whether it is our rainwater, we know that rainwater is a clear water, it is a clean water, but still this is said to be as the wastewater, because this is going in the drain. Whichever water which goes in the drain becomes the wastewater. Okay, now next thing, what we have to study is here given that the water which washes off the roads and rooftops carries harmful chemicals with it. So again, one more reason which is being given over here is the wastewater contains chemicals. Okay, it contains chemicals dissolved in it. Sometimes these impurities are there are certain impurities. Now, these impurities are of two types. One is the dissolved form, and other one is the suspended form. Okay, one is the dissolved form, other one is the suspended form. So the dissolved form of impurity is said to be as all those impurities, all those chemicals or the substances which is going to dissolve in water, and it is not being seen from our naked eyes, and but it makes the water dirty. Here, impurities which are being dissolved could include chemicals, It could include fertilizers. Okay, it could include fertilizers, it could include pollutants. All these are the impurities which are in the dissolved form. Okay, it could be the chemicals from the factories, it could be chemicals from the industries, then fertilizers from the agricultural field, it could be the pollutants like some of the water, some of the waste which is dissolved in the water, okay, of the river. It could be dissolved in the water of the river. Now next thing what is there is the suspended impurities. Okay, so the suspended impurities are those impurities which remain moving. It is not going to be after moving, it settles down. Okay, it settles down. So we can say that all those impurities which settles down, once it is suspended, it moves here and there. Suspended means to move here and there. Okay, to be dispersed here and there. Suppose that in the water full of the water which is full of sand or mud, this water remains this mud is remained suspended. It moves here and there. Okay, so this is known as a suspended impurities which keeps on moving, and when it is settles down, when it is kept still, the water is kept still, it settles down. Okay, so all those suspended impurities which are not being dissolved, they could include sand, mud, plastic things, any waste it could be. Okay, it could be any waste which is being thrown in the water, but it makes the water dirty. So these are the suspended impurities, and collectively all these impurities, the other name of impurity is the contaminants. Okay, what is the other name of the impurity, children? The other name of the impurities is the contaminants. So what do we call it? We call it as contaminants. Contaminants. Okay, contaminants, please remember, contaminants. So what does this mean? This means as contaminants. All these are the impurities which could be either dissolved or it could be suspended impurities, and by the other name we call it as the contaminants. Okay, so this is very this is a very language of science. You could say that we can understand that what do you mean by the impurities. It is said to be as contaminants, and the water in which these contaminants are present, they are said to be as a contaminated water. Contaminated water. Okay, now I think you can understand. If I say that the water is contaminated, it means that it is full of impurities. It is full of bacteria, viruses, it could be chemicals. Okay, so all these are the impurities which are present. The other name of the impurities is the contaminants, and we say it as a water is contaminated water, or it is the dirty water. Okay, wastewater, it could be contaminated water, it could be dirty water. All these vocabularies are same for the one word, that is this wastewater. Okay, so which is very now I think the concept might be clear to all of you, that what do you mean by this contaminated water, what do you mean by this impurities full of the water which is full of impurities. Okay, even in the here the living impurities could also be there. It could be bacteria, viruses, okay, germs, fungi, spores, many things, pollen grains, it could be many of them. Okay, but we need to understand which kind of impurities we are talking about. Okay, either we are talking about the dissolved impurities or we are talking about the suspended impurities. Fine. Now next thing is that we need to understand the next point that is given in the form of activity. I'll just discuss about the activity now, which is given over here. So what is this activity about? This activity is activity number 18.2. So what is given over here? Locate an open drain near to your homes, school, or in the roadsides and inspect water flowing through it. Okay, so this is possible only when we take this, when we collect the different samples of water, and we can easily even we can get these waters easily. We could take the tap water, we could take the muddy water, we could take rain water. Okay, so we can easily understand what kind of water we are using. Okay, now the next, what is given over here, record the color. What you have to see? You have to see the color, odor, color, odor, and also any other observation. It could be any other observation. So what is the color of the water if we are collecting it, if the samples are coming from different places, and what kind of odor it is having. Okay, odor means smell, whether it is there, yes or no. Okay, so we have to write down like this. Fine. For example, it's given over here. Record the table in the observation table as contaminant surface sludge water. It could be then fall water. It could be trade water like industries from chemical or commercial organizations. Okay, so many of the water could be there, but there is no need to go out and collect the samples of water, children. So you can stay at your homes, and even everybody can we can use the different water which is present in your homes only. Okay, so even you can just write it down by observing it, as you all have already you have already been observing all these things in your daily life. Okay, so you can write the different water. See, nowadays rainfall is there, so mud will be present outside. You can easily simply watch by sitting at your home also. So you can find out just by observing the different types of water, whether the tap water is there, what kind of color is it having, whether the smell is there or not, odor is there or not, or any other observation. If you feel, you can write down. If you find any microorganism is moving here in the water, or you can write down if any chemicals, if it is having different chemicals present in that. Okay, there is no need to go out. I'm just reminding it to you again. Only you can write it on your own, whichever kind of water is available near to your home or in your home. Okay, you can take the water after washing utensils, collect the water after washing your hands. Okay, after washing your clothes, you can take different water. Okay, and then you can find out what kind of smell or what kind of observations you could record. Okay, so this is about the activity number 18.2, and rest of the things I'll discuss in the online class. Okay, now what actually has to be done. So if the water is being collected from different samples, that samples could be from kitchens, from toilets, from industrial and or commercial organization. Okay, if you take all these water in the small vials, and then we could test it by under the microscope also. First we'll see about all these things, or about all these observation, and after that we will see about the observation under the microscope also. So we can find out the observation, and we can also study. If we find out, and if we study the observation under the microscope, what do we find out? Once we are going to physically observe this, and after that we are going to observe this under the microscope to find out the more accurate results. Okay, so I just talk about all the impurities which are expected to be present in the different types of water which we are getting from different sources. Okay, it is not only from our homes, it could be from various other sources, because the samples, if we are collecting, we could collect the samples from very far off places. Okay, but now the situation is not like that, that you are going out and you could just take out the types of, you can take the samples of the different types of different samples of the different kinds of wastewater, children. Okay, so the contaminants which are present, it could be, we know that sewage is a complex mixture. How could you define it? We can define sewage as, we could define this sewage as a complex mixture containing suspended solids, organic and inorganic impurities, nutrients, saprotrophic, and the disease-causing bacteria and other microorganisms. So it means that the sewage, which is a complex mixture, means it is not a very simple mixture, it is a complex mixture of various impurities, which includes the living as well as non-living impurities. Okay, so how could you define this sewage? Sewage is a complex mixture of, sewage is a complex mixture containing suspended solids, contains suspended solids. Okay, and it could also contain organic and inorganic waste. It could be chemicals, it could be other substances, okay? Inorganic impurities, nutrients. It could be nutrients, okay? Then after that, it could either be containing the saprotrophic impurities, and disease causing microorganisms, or disease causing bacteria and microorganisms. Okay, so this is about the definition of the sewage. Okay, I think you all might be thinking that is this a definition, it is so long, but yes, it is a complete definition of sewage, which says that it is a complex mixture. Why complex? Because it is not only containing the dirty water, it contains lots and lots of impurities. So the impurities, which includes, one of the impurities which includes the suspended solids, first impurity. Then it could be organic waste, it could be inorganic waste, third impurity. Then it could be nutrients for saprophytes, okay, that is the fourth impurity. Then it also contains saprophytics and disease causing bacteria and microorganisms. This could be the fifth impurity. Now if so many impurities are present, 1 2 3 4 5 impurities are present, so we can call this as the complex mixture very easily, because this contains lots and lots of impurities, as I have listed these impurities here. Okay, so this is about the definition of the sewage, children. Okay, so it contains suspended impurities, means all the impurities which is not going to be dissolved. We can easily see these impurities. After that, it contains organic waste, it could contain the inorganic waste, okay, and also it contains the saprophytic as well as the disease causing bacteria. So the saprophytic bacteria are those which lives on dead and decaying microorganisms. It depends upon dead and decaying organic matter, okay, because it could contain the different the water is coming from different places. See, after washing vegetables also, the water becomes waste. If you're washing your clothes, it becomes, water becomes waste. If you are washing your utensils, it becomes waste. Okay, so all these waste, where it is going? It is ultimately going into the drains, and what is happening to that waste water? It is going to be fed upon the means it is going to be a good food for the bacteria, for the saprophytic organisms, because ultimately it is going to be rotten up. The waste which is present over there, the solid waste which are present in that, gets rotten up. Okay, so this becomes the solid waste. Now we'll see all these nutrients, or I mean all these impurities one by one. What are the different, why we are calling it as a complex mixture? Because it contains different types of impurities, and now we'll discuss about the different types of these impurities in a very, in a very detailed manner. So these impurities which are present over here in the form of waste is that it contains, the first impurity is the organic impurities, children. Okay, so the first impurity is the organic impurity. So what is the first one? The first, we can call it as the organic impurity. Now, what are the organic impurities, children? The organic impurities are those which includes the chemicals. Okay, so it could be human feces. It is not going to contain the numeric. This is not containing the chemicals. Organic impurities means all those impurities which we are getting from the plants and animals. So plants and animal waste. Okay, it could include the human feces. It could include human feces. Okay, then it could include the animal waste. It includes animal waste. Okay, it also includes oil and urine. Okay, it also includes oil, urea, urine. Fine. So these are the chemicals which are present, which are given by the animal and the plant waste. Okay, so all these organic impurities are obtained from the living matter. Okay, so that is why it is including human feces, animal waste, oils, and it could be including the urine or the urea. Fine. It could include pesticides. It includes the fruits and vegetable waste. Okay, so it includes vegetable waste, it includes the fruit waste. Okay, fine. Now next thing is that it includes the inorganic waste also. So all these are the things which includes the organic waste. Now we'll talk about the inorganic waste. So organic wastes are obtained from the living matter. Humans are living, we can get the waste from the human beings. The animals are also living, we get it from animals waste also. Okay, urine again is a animal product and the human beings. It is produced from the human beings. Pesticides, this fruits, vegetable waste, all these are going to include only about the organic waste. Okay, so these are the some examples of organic waste which are present in the wastewater. Now we'll talk about the inorganic waste. So inorganic waste may include the nitrites, the chemicals. It includes the chemicals, children. Nitrites, this is one of the chemical. Then again it includes, the next thing is phosphates. It includes, next is phosphate. Okay, then after that it includes the metals. Metal wastes also are there. Suppose that somewhere mining is taking place, or where the metallurgical processes are taking place, where the ores or the metals are being processed, because these metals could be in the form of the small material, in the small powdered form. It could be, or in the form of the pieces. For example, if we have to make rods, or if we have to cut the rods, we are going to cut it with the help of this with the help of the different instruments, and we can get the dust also. Okay, we can, as we are cutting the as we are cutting the wood, then we can get the sawdust. Okay, similarly, if we are cutting the metals, then we get the metal dust. So this metallic dust also is included, is going to go into the river, into the water body, and this adds up the metallic waste in the water body. Okay, similarly, phosphate, nitrites, all these are the chemicals which are present in the fertilizers actually. So you can include the fertilizers. Okay, this could include fertilizers, this could include the different chemicals from the factories. Okay, many things are there which is going to be included in this point. Many inorganic wastes could be there. Now what about the nutrients? Are these nutrients going to be useful for, if it is a nutrient, then why it is going in the drain? So children, see, there is a difference between the nutrient which is useful for the human beings, or it is useful for the animals. Now we are talking about the nutrients which are responsible for the growth of these saprotrophs. Okay, you know that these saprotrophs, whether it is a disease causing microorganism, or it is a bacteria, or it is a fungi, or it is any kind of the microorganisms which wants to grow. So for growing purpose, they require certain nutrients, but these nutrients, actually we don't want that fungi should grow, so we are not going to provide their nutrients. So where are they going to grow? They are going to grow on the nutrients which is available to them. So it is available in the form of waste. It is waste for us, but that becomes nutrient for the particular organism. Okay, so for example, we have talked about photosynthesis. In that photosynthesis, raw materials like carbon dioxide, water, minerals, chlorophyll, all these are used. All these are used in the form of the raw material by the plants, and as a result, plant gives oxygen. And we know that Oxygen is a waste product for the plant. That is why it is not keeping with it. Similarly, we are producing carbon dioxide and we are not keeping it inside us. We are just excreting out, we are just exhaling it out in the environment, okay, because it is not good for us. It is a waste product for us. That is why we are releasing it. Similarly, if the plants are there, if the plants are going to give oxygen, so that is being utilized, that becomes minerals for us, that becomes nutrient for us, it is useful for us. But in a similar way, the some of the nutrients which are useless for us, for example, the water which we are washing hands and we are throwing it in the drain, or we are washing our clothes when we are throwing it in the drain, but it becomes nutrient for the other microorganisms, okay. So we are talking about those nutrients which are responsible for making the water dirty. We are not talking about the good nutrients like carbohydrates, proteins and fats, okay. So we're talking about those nutrients, those chemicals which are responsible for the good growth of these microorganisms, and that makes our water dirty, okay, that makes our water a wastewater. Okay, I think now you could understand easily. So the various nutrients which includes are, so here it is the nitrites, it is the nitrates. Okay, nitrates are obtained from the fertilizers, which acts as a very good resource for the development of the microorganisms like bacteria, okay, or fungi even also grow. Next, it could be phosphates. It could be phosphates, or it could be the nitrogen. Okay, so this nitrogen is a very good chemical, or it is a very useful chemical for each of the living organism, whether it is the plant or it is the animal or it is human beings. It is responsible for the growth and the development of the different various parts of the organisms, okay. Even it is good for the human beings also. But what happens here for the nutrients, it makes a very good sense because it acts as a nutrient. So these nitrites, phosphates, nitrogen, all these are responsible for a good growth of the microorganisms, children, okay. That is why it is said to be as a nutrients. Now after that, we'll talk about the next impurity, which is the bacteria. Okay, we'll talk about the bacteria. Fine, so these bacteria are those places, those things which is always utilizing these good products, these bad products like wastewater and all, and it grows very frequently. Okay, this grows, and so these are the bacteria. Fine. So these bacteria are going to grow, or if we are talking about a single bacteria, it is going to grow very easily, very properly, such as the disease causing bacteria like waterborne disease they could cause the cholera causing disease. Okay, cholera causing microorganisms. It could be causing the typhoid causing microorganisms. Okay, so all these are waterborne disease. Typhoid causing, okay, so all these are the waterborne disease which is only produced by the drinking dirty water. Similarly, there could be other microorganisms also, like other microorganisms. It could include the bacteria which could cause dysentery. This could cause the dysentery. Okay, so this is these bacteria could include dysentery causing microorganisms. It could contain amoeba. It is one of such bacteria. It is one of the such microorganisms which causes amoebic dysentery. Okay, so this is about the different molecules. This is about the different waste material, which because of which our water becomes a wastewater. Okay, so we talked about the definition of wastewater, which means that it is a complex mixture of. Why it is a complex? Now the result is in front of you. The reason is in front of you because it contains numerous of the various waste things, like the chemicals, like pollutants, like the disease causing bacteria, causing microorganisms. So many things are there, so because of which it becomes the complex mixture of organic and inorganic waste, and that is why it is the definition of the sewage, as it contains so many microorganism, as well as it contains so many kinds of waste material. So children, that's all for today's video. We have studied about the sewage and the contaminants which are present in the sewage, and remember the word contaminant and the contamination. After that, we'll study about the next thing which is present in this chapter in the next class. So that's all for today's video. I will meet you all in the next video with the next topic to be discussed.